Hey guys, what's up? Today I got my very first NU match, and this one is against Surpleit. And I'm gonna go ahead and say I built my team, and I'm like, wait, if he brings like a psychic type, I'm kind of screwed. Um, nah, it's not a big deal. I mean, what is there, like Kadabra or something? Like, but why is he gonna do that? But then of course he brings Musharna, which is like psychic type, and it's bulky. So I'm kind of screwed. But yeah, so that's really the biggest problem on his team. Other than that, I'm fairly confident I can take out most of them with most of my stuff. So I'm going to just lead with Machoke because I'm figuring he's not going to lead with Musharna, and Machoke can just get off a dynamic punch, hit anything on his team, and if Musharna comes in, it'll be confused and easier to take out for my Lantern, which is basically the only thing that can deal with it. Other than Rampardos, but he doesn't really want to be taking too many attacks because he does have the Choice Scarf Hit Smash, and he needs all the HP he can get. So, yep, I'm going to give him a choke, and he's going to lead with his Armaldo, and I'm like, okay, he's got, X-Scissor, Rapid Spin, Stealth Rocks, and probably Earthquake, or perhaps Stone Edge, I'm not really sure. But he's going to switch out and go to his Musharna, and I'm going to go for the Dynamic Punch, and that's going to do exactly what I wanted it to do and confuse him. It's a nice chunk. I considered staying in and going for the payback, but I'm like, no, I think he's probably slower than me, especially since, it's a wall. I know Machoke can't be too fast because Machamp isn't very fast, but I think it's slower. And even still, if it is slower, then I'm relying on confusion hacks, and I don't want to do that because Psychic will probably kill me. So I'm going to go on my Lantern. As I said, the only thing I can really take Musharna on. He's going to go for T-Wave. Does nothing. That's great. I'm glad he didn't have Toxic. But he's going to go for the Energy Ball. And at this point, probably should have switched out, seeing that he has a super effective move on me. I mean, Psychic is 135, whereas Energy Ball is 160, so it's not really that big of a deal. But because I hit him with a Scald and it did so little, I probably should have switched out. But I'm going to stay in. Just trying to get the burn. I'm not going to get on my second burn, and he's going to break through his third confusion in a row and hit with another Energy Ball. And I'm like, well, shit. This isn't working out very well. No, it definitely isn't. So I'm gonna go for the Scald again. I'm just at this point dead set on getting that burn. I know he has Synchronize, but I have Heal Bell, so I don't really care if I get burned back. I just want him to get burned because I know he's gonna be very annoying. Because I know he has Moonlight to recover up. So I just want that residual damage. He is not gonna get burned on the third Scald, and he finally breaks out of confusion without getting hit once. Which is really dumb because that's basically a 150% chance to get confused once, 3 turns, 50% each, and he didn't. And so far, I'm at 90% chance to burn with Scalds, and well, it hasn't burned yet. So yeah. But again, as I said, I'm just at this point super pissed. I'm like, come on, fucking burn. Yeah, so I go for Scald again, and I finally get it, and I'm just like, oh my god, about freaking time. But at this point, my Lantern is so low on the HP that he can no longer really do anything. Like, if I had switched out when I said I should have switched out after the first Scald, I would have been at enough HP to take on Rapidash, and then probably still had enough to kill a Molga, which would have been nice because, yeah. But at this point, no, I don't really have an HP. I'm going to switch out the Haunter, knowing he'll go for the Energy Ball again, as I said. This is what I should have switched in before. Knowing he has Energy Ball, as soon as I saw it once, and as soon as I saw that I was doing like no damage to him with Scald, I really should have just switched out and gone to Haunter, taken very little damage, gone for the Shadow Ball. He probably wouldn't have died, but this does very, very, very close to killing him. So I'm not really sure he might have died because he did take a Dynamic Punch, and it would have been close, but. Yep, and unfortunately, he's not even going to die from the burn. He's going to barely hang on once again. Hooray for me and my luck. I'm just going to go into my Lantern and go for the Ice Beam because he does have Meganium. I don't want him thinking Scald or Discharge and switching into that just to save it in case he has like Heal Bell and Wish or something. I don't think he has Wish, and I don't probably doesn't have Heal Bell. But yeah, Rapidash is going to come in. As I said, if I had around half HP, I would have been able to take this Flare Blitz despite being especially defensive, but it's just Lantern's HP is just so high that, yeah, I would have taken the Flare Blitz with ease, and I would have killed him back with a Scald, most likely. But I'm going to go to my Rampardos, and I'm just going to go for the Head Smash. I'm going to miss, which sucks. I'm going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, which is going to also miss. So I'm like, oh, good. If I had a miss and he hit, I'd be so upset because I've already gotten shit luck this entire battle. And, yeah. So I'm going to hit a Smash off. He's going to go into his Golduck, which I'm like, aren't these like Calm Minders? I don't really face Golducks like ever. I'm like, aren't these things like Calm Minders stuff? But nope, he's Scarfed. I should have predicted that. I should have just switched up to Vileplume just to be sure. Because if he wasn't Scarfed, it wouldn't have been a big deal. Or sorry, if he was Scarfed, it wouldn't have been a big deal because Vileplume can tank those Hydro Pumps. But if he wasn't Scarfed, yeah, I would have killed my Vileplume, but I could have killed him with Rampardos and then basically, yeah, just killed the rest of his guys. But that's not going to happen. And yeah, I go to Vileplume, set up a Sunny Day. While he switches into Meganium, I'm going to go for the Sludge Bomb. Again, he's going to barely live, which is just kind of irritating. I'm glad I didn't go for the HP Fire, though, because I was considering it. It would have been a little bit weaker, and that probably would have been bad, because I probably wouldn't have been able to kill him because he would have recovered too much. So, just going to go for the Sludge Bomb again as he stalls out my Sun and my Life Orb and all that stuff. And he's going to die. The only problem, and apparently he doesn't remember this, is that, or not remember this, doesn't realize this, but Golduck with a Scarf, if he's timid, is actually faster than me, even though I'm in the Sun. He's faster by quite a few points, actually. I think it's like 5 or 6. So it's like it's not even close to a speed tie. But yeah, I'm going to go for the Solar Beam, and Armaldo's going to take it, which is not very nice. But I'm just going to go for it again. After he exorcises me, not a big deal. Because as I said, Golduck is faster. And he has Psychic, which unfortunately can do a large chunk to my basically entire team. And again, if I had saved my Lantern, he would have been able to tank this Golduck all day long. Even if I didn't want to take Rapidash out. But yeah, so Golduck's going to kill me. I'm going to go to my Golbat. And I am just going to go for the Brave Bird, because I know he can't 2-hit KO me, because I have max special defense, calm, max HP, Violite. And he can't, and I'm going to go for the Brave Bird. Unfortunately, I can't 2-hit KO him, which didn't really matter, I guess, in the long run, because, like, his last guy's a Molga, and he's going to be faster. I contemplated Roost stalling, but I'm like, you know what? Knowing my luck, I'm probably just going to get a special defense drop right away as soon as I Roost, and that's just going to make me pay. And again, he's got an Emolga. Even though it has only 75 special attack, a Thunderbolt should be able to deal a nice chunk, because I'm not going to finish with full HP. If I did, maybe, but that's not going to happen. Because I'm slower. So I'm going to go to my Machoke, and basically I'm like, okay, Emolga, you've got 75 special attack, Air Slash is stab, super effective, but it's like, come on, don't kill me. But yeah, it turns out it's guaranteed 1-hit KO because he's Life Orbed. Even though he wouldn't be Choice Scarf, so it would be kind of weird. But he might have been like leftovers. I don't know. That would have been nice if he was like a bulky set. Because I would have hit my Stone Edge and he would have died. But no, that's the battle. Pretty nice hacks, you know. 150% chance to get confused, didn't. 150% chance to burn, finally did. All that nice stuff. That really irritated me, just that exchange. But again, as I said, I really should have just switched up to my Hunter after one Scald, and then the rest of the battle would continue, except I would have actually had my Lantern to do something with. But yeah, so that's the battle. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace out.